Hey, it's Robyn Openshaw, the Green Smoothie Girl, and today I'm going to show you ear candling. Hey, I'm Robyn. I'm the Green Smoothie Girl online, and I'm going to do a demo for you today about how to do a really age-old practice that's really helpful for your health in a variety of ways. It's called ear candling, and to do that, I have my Lyle here. Do you know what that is going to do for you?
It's going to help my selective hearing.
That might be an unintended positive consequence of this, but a lot of times what people use ear candles for is if you can't hear. Anyway, so Lyle's going to go ahead and stretch out on the table, and we're going to do one ear, and I'm going to show you how to do this safely because it's very easy to do it unsafely. Okay, so one reason that people use ear candles is if they can't hear very well. They're just trying to clear out wax from your ear. You don't want to be digging in your ear with a Q-tip. We all know that's bad for you. It flattens all that cilia, which you need to clean out your ears, and it can also damage your eardrum. So ear candling is really safe. I'm going to show you how to do this safely because it does involve fire. And as you can see, Lyle has this lovely long hair. So if you're doing this on someone whose hair you don't want to burn off, I'm going to show you how to be very safe with it. But another reason that people sometimes use ear candles is if they have an ear infection. I'm not telling you to do this if you have an ear infection. However, it doesn't solve an ear infection, but what it does is it gets things moving and get things moving from the inner ear to the middle ear all the way out. Once you get some wax cleared out, sometimes it can really help get things moving when there's a lot of infection in there. The thing that I like to do, and this is kind of my own way of doing ear candles, is I'll get a disposable pie plate and I'll take my scissors and just stab a hole in the middle of it. And then I'll make it just big enough with the scissors that I can put the ear candle through, just so that I can fit it in Lyle's ear. This is one of the fail-safes, how I make sure that the burning ear candle does not end up burning his hair. If you're gonna do it with a child, you want someone else there who is doing something very entertaining for the child, because if they wiggle around, it's gonna be very hard to do. So you need someone who's gonna sit there and read them one of their very favorite stories. Okay, so in addition to this, I'm gonna put the end of this in Lyle's ear, and then I'm gonna light the end of this ear candle on fire. Just to be safe, we're going to actually cover up his hair, except for right where we need for his ear. Now make sure that you think about where his ear canal points. It's going to be like this. So we wouldn't want to stick it in like this, because not only would we not be creating the suction, which is what this is going to do, but we also might injure him. We want to put it in. It doesn't have to go in super deep. And how does that feel, Lyle?
Feels great.
Okay. It's not poking you?
Nope.
Now I'm going to flatten this down. I'm going to get this as close to his ear as possible. This is going to be one of the protections. And then we're going to light this on fire. You can hear that, Lyle?
Yep.
So we're going to let this candle burn down a few inches. But when it starts to flop over, we're going to want to cut it off. When it burns down a little bit, we want it to burn and have a nice big flame on it, because it's creating heat that is pulling earwax up and out of the ear. It's melting it, it's creating a vacuum, it's melting it, and it's pulling it actually up into the bottom part of this candle. And you're actually going to see it. We're going to actually show you the contents of Lyle's ear. Okay, so this is burned down far enough that I want to cut some of it off. And that's what I have this pie plate for, is so that in case when I clip this off and put it in water, in case it falls off, it's going to fall off into the pie plate. Now we're going to let this burn down as far as we can, comfortably. I like to let it burn as far as I can, because the lower it burns, the more that heat is drawing up the earwax. However, you also really want to be safe, and so you want to be ready to pull it out and douse it in the water as soon as you're done. When it burns down this far is when most of the work is being done. That's when The heat is melting the wax in the ear and it's drawing it up more. How do you feel, Lau? Can you hear any? Some people can hear kind of like crackling sounds.
Yeah, it sounds a little crackling, but it sounds more like I'm pan frying a fish or something.
What do you think the crackling really is?
Probably junk coming down my ears.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're getting down to the bottom and I'm starting to feel it on my fingers. So I'm gonna grab the white part right here and I'm going to carefully, you don't move, Lyle. I'm pulling it out here and I'm going to douse this, but I'm gonna save the white part. So we'll cut off the burned part, and then most ear candles have a wrapping and you can just actually just unwrap it here. Okay, so that's probably the least earwax I've ever seen come out of anybody's ear doing ear candling. But you can see that's quite a bit. That could really affect your hearing, that amount of wax in your ear. So that's how you do it. Make sure you're very safe when you do ear candling. Make sure you take all of these precautions. And just so that you have a simple, easy guide, I'm gonna give you all of my tips for ear candling safely and inexpensively. Share my favorite brands of ear candles. Right down below, you can get that free PDF by clicking the link. And Lyle, thank you so much for helping me. You're a good sport.
Anything for you, Robyn.
We'll see you next time.